All right, welcome into the Aggie Up podcast. Just jumped off the press conference for Utah State and Boise State. It was a little bit weird. The Boise State call-in number and press conference was really quick because it was just Utah State media, so there was like two people, me and Ajay, on the call. We asked a couple questions, and then they were like, okay, well, see you later. It wasn't even the regular press conference. So first time that's I've ever had that happen. It's kind of a weird way to do it, but Boise State's a little bit weird. So anyway, what Utah State can expect going into Saturday. Watched that, I guess the end of that Boise State game, probably go back and rewatch the Oklahoma State game against Boise State here in the next couple of days, and planning to record another podcast. But the two keys to the game, I think, are the same as you've kind of seen from Boise, and the stats show that if the Aggies can run the ball, and if the Aggies can stop Boise State's rushing attack, I think it's going to be a competitive game. I think it's going to be a close game where the Aggies can obviously have a really good chance if those two things happen. So that's what's happened so far. Obviously, is Oklahoma State and UCF, two pretty good teams that made that happen, and we'll see what happens on Saturday. So before I get into that a little bit more, wanted to give a shout out to PrimoGolfApparel.com, the sponsor of our show. I've actually gotten feedback from quite a few people that have gone to the website. They've ordered joggers, shorts, shirts, golf towels, different things like that. And that's awesome to hear because it's a local company. The guys over at Primo Golf Apparel been great to work with, and definitely go check them out. I was a little bit skeptical. I didn't order, I kept seeing the ads. I kept, getting on social media. I actually talked to a couple people that have joggers, and I was like, I don't know if I want to buy capris. I don't want to golf in capris. I don't wear joggers normally, but then actually the thing that sold me on them is you can get short. So say you wear a 34 waist, you can get short, you can get regular, or you can get tall. I'm about 6 feet, so I bought the regular, and they're just like any other pants. They have a zipper at the bottom, so you can unzip it or zip them. You can unzip them to put them on, whatever. They're just like regular pants. They're super comfortable. Mine go down to my ankle, so really they're not super short. They're not capris or anything like that, but they're just super comfortable. I wore them on Saturday, just doing yard work and watching the game, doing stuff around the house, things like that. They're not only for golfing, but it is really an awesome company. Like I say, check out their shorts, shirts, anything like that, especially if you golf. But even if you don't golf, still check them out. And I don't think you'll be disappointed. So that's my quick pitch there. And obviously that helps us provide more content. That helps us record more podcasts and go to more away games. Different things like that. So we're planning on recording a podcast, hopefully to be Seth, Brian, and myself, recording the podcast this week, previewing the Boise game in a little bit more detail. I just wanted to make sure I recorded a podcast today to talk a little bit about the huge matchup. I mean, the other thing about the matchup that I'll mention is this would really be a huge step in the right direction as far as the conference race. If the Aggies can get a win against Boise State, even if they lose a game, against another team or something like that happens, I think they're still in a really good spot, having beaten Air Force and having beaten Boise to obviously win the division and play in the championship game, which would be great against a team like Fresno or San Jose State or San Diego State. So really huge implications there. Looking forward to seeing how the Aggies come out, if they can put together a faster start. I guess, as we've seen, don't sleep on this team. Don't underestimate or count them out if they're down. But it would be huge to jump out to a good start, and if nothing else, not let Boise kind of get their confidence back, because I think Boise's coming in a little bit different from years past. I think the inexperience has shown with the new head coach, a little bit uncertainty, I think it seems like. And then, the team, I think this Boise State team isn't as experienced as some of the teams in the past. So it'll be interesting to see if the Aggies can make sure they don't catch their stride and get going on Saturday, bright and early, 10 o'clock start. It's a great day to get out to the stadium, go check it out, buy your tickets, pack the stadium, buy the secondary tickets, all of those kind of things to make sure the Aggies have a awesome home field advantage. So back to the previous point, as far as stopping the run and running the ball, that's been a weakness for Boise State. And I think that's definitely going to open up, if the Aggies can get some yards rushing the ball. That's going to open up Devin Tompkins in the pass game. That's going to open up some passing opportunities as well. So it's not a matter of focusing on the run or only running the ball, obviously, but the offense is going to go so much more smoothly and successfully if the Aggies can run the ball. And we've seen what's really been interesting to me is the offense is definitely focused or has stayed with the running game, even when the running game hasn't been working as well as maybe you would hope. But I think this fast offense can kind of do things in multiple ways. That's the benefit of not only going fast, but this offense is there's three levels of, there's sideline to sideline passes, there's running, obviously the rush game, there's intermediate passes, and there's deep passes. So I think a good offense has all of the above, even add in a QB rush game to a certain extent, especially with Peasley. And that's obviously a successful offense if you can do all of the above. So I'll record another podcast once I've done a little bit more research on Boise State, but definitely wanted to kind of share some thoughts on the press conferences. It's going to be a tough battle. Boise State coach Andy Valles mentioned that it's definitely a priority. It's definitely a focus or something that they're working on as far as fixing and defending the run really well. It's also a priority to rush the ball, to run the ball. And so I think Boise State will come out and try to do that on Saturday. And if the Aggies can step up defensively and play well, should be a fun game to watch on Saturday. So thanks for listening. Go to PrimoGolfApparel.com. we're also bringing on a couple other sponsors as well, so stay tuned for that. But as always, thanks for listening, and have a great week.